Hey, welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible Tuesday, as always. And a big congratulations and celebrations to all those who are celebrating the 4th of July across the pond. Who have we got in this week? We've got Mickey L, we've got Anna in the house, Professor, Sinex, John, Matata, Inu, Crypto, Granny, Valiant, Energy. Who else have we got? Doc Bob D, of course, Peter, Jimmy Thing, Flow Boy. Hope you're all well, and yeah, we're just going to do the weekly news wrap-up as always and sort of get back up to speed with what's going on in the Flare ecosystem. So let's quickly jump over here and check out the Flare Metrics site. This is flaremetrics.io, a great place where you can get information on the signal providers and how they're actually performing. So Epoch number 99, about to break into the triple figures here. Topping the charts this week so far, or this epoch, we have Lena Instruments. In second place, we have a Flare Beacon. In third place, we have Use Your Spark. In fourth, Alpha Oracle. And in fifth place, FlareFi. So congratulations to all them who are absolutely killing it. But as you can see, there are absolutely loads of signal providers, and this is great for the decentralization of the network. Pretty exciting stuff, and I'm sure you guys know just how important the FTSO is going to be for the applications within this network, and we're going to have a look at some of them in today's video. So one of them that is going to be using it, I believe, is the Sparkles platform. This is sparklesnft.com. It's where you can host loads of different NFT collections and trade them. I'm going to have a quick peek at the top 3 or top 5 here. So again, it's the Holy Trinity, same as last week. We've got S-Toads topping the charts. In second place, we've got Songbird City, and in third place, Luxury Lofts. These three are all part of the X-Toads/S-Toads ecosystem, and you know, I'm personally looking forward to what they're going to bring. They've got a lot going on behind the scenes. They've got the XRP Ledger game, and they're going to be creating Songbird City, which is a metaverse, something to look forward to. In fourth place, we have the Fat Kittens, who are also going to be creating virtual galleries and metaverses. This is a project that I'm particularly excited about, and their collections have consistently been incredible and really good returns. You know, it all started here with the Fat Cats NFTs, so shout out to them. And finally, in fifth place, we have Flare Apes. The numbers are pretty good, you know, if you're looking over here at the 7-day volume, 800,000 Songbird for the top performing Songbird project, and 150,000 FLR for the top performer on the Flare network. So jumping over to some of the news here, just a friendly reminder that the next Flare drop is happening on the 15th of July, so less than 2 weeks away now. And this Flare drop is a series of 36 monthly airdrops totaling 24.2 billion FLR. Now, we all know about this, at least I hope we do. If you don't have your FLR wrapped, then you're not eligible to claim this. And I'm sure that everyone that's watching this is already aware of this, you know, and I think it's a great position to be in, because if we look at flare.spaces, we can see that 70% of all of the available circulating supply is actually wrapped, which is, I think it's pretty good, you know. This other 30% or just under 30% are not eligible to claim FLR, which means that you get a boost. You get that share of their 30%. And Flare.space, who are making predictions, they're saying that it might yield around 9% this month. So happy days if you have some FLR, which I'm sure many of you do, looking at a 9% next week. We also have the Lucky Claw project, which this is my project that I've been working on, and we have the draw, which always occurs shortly after the flare drop. So it's going to be happening the 15th, maybe the 16th, but I will certainly clarify, and you can buy these on Sparkles. We have here the Flare's decentralized data acquisition protocols and scalable EVM-based smart contracts to expand the reach and value of your project. And this is something that I think a lot of people really don't understand how this is actually going to affect the network. So if we go over here to my tweet, being able to deploy once and service multiple networks will be a game changer. Currently, we see applications that are deployed on one network and then sometimes duplicated to others, but they're not able to source or sort of aggregate transactions and communities from one blockchain. And that's what the Flare network is going to do. It's going to connect everything. And, you know, as a developer, you want to maintain one application. You don't want to have duplicates on multiple chains. You just want the one where it's easy to just push out updates, and then that can service all of these external blockchains. This is going to be really powerful. And I don't think we're not really seeing any of this yet, but it will come into fruition in the near future, trust me. This is pretty interesting as well. We talk about the EVM blockchain with these protocols here, the Flare Time Series Oracle and the State Connector. We all know about the Flare Time Series Oracle, an oracle that's known on many networks that just gets the information here and outputs a decentralized price feed. But the Flare Time Series Oracle is on chain, and they do it in a different way, which sort of incentivizes the signal providers. And it's going to be really powerful because any application that's built on the Flare network has access to this data. This encompasses many different assets, not just the native asset. So if you're, say, for example, pricing an NFT in a different asset, maybe like XDC or Bitcoin or Ethereum, you're actually going to be able to get this data from the Flare Time Series Oracle without having to provide your own infrastructure. The State Connector, we're going to jump over here to a little video here, right? But before we do, the Flare network will facilitate access to high integrity on-chain and off-chain data via the State Connector, gathered and confirmed to be true by numerous attestation providers. And I think this is a very powerful video, actually. So we're just going to, well, I guess it's a quick looper, but we're going to have a quick peek at this. So you have a user or an application that requests data to the State Connector. Then the State Connector is going to request the attestation providers to actually go and fetch that data from the real world. They get the data and they return it, and it goes back to the State Connector, which then reaches consensus on the data that's provided by these numerous attestation provider, and then it sends back the proofs to the original application. So it's almost like the FTSO system, right? If you sort of replace this with, someone wanting to get the price for Bitcoin, then all of the signal providers get their own data, they bring it back, and then the FTSO sort of aggregates that data and decides if it's true or not, and then it's sort of solidified, right? It's sort of a very similar thing here, but with both on-chain and off-chain data. It could be the proof that a certain outcome of a sporting game happens, or the outcome of a chess match, the outcome of whatever you want it to be, right? And these attestation providers basically fetch the data, and the State Connector comes over to consensus about what is actually being provided and if that information is true or not. Very powerful stuff, and I think it's still very nascent. You know, when we see these applications that utilize the State Connector, this is really what's going to highlight why the Flare network is so special. So I'm looking forward to them. I'm trying to think of some use cases for an application that I can build myself, but yeah, we'll see what happens, but it's very exciting nonetheless. Here we go. This is a statement here. Do not underestimate the power of a completely new kind of bridge. We obviously know about bridges. They're very common in the blockchain space, but one of the things that really is a hindrance to bridges is that they're a weak point. It's almost like a chink in their armor, right? This seems to be a very successful attack vector for malicious actors. But with the Flare network, these bridges are going to be fully insured, scalable, fast, and safe as well. So it's a completely new type of bridge, and this is something that should really excite you because traditionally bridges, like I said, are the weak points. And if we can have a reliable and successful bridge that is fast and efficient, then hopefully we can draw a lot of developers onto the platform to start building some of these crazy applications we're all hoping to see. This is quite an interesting one. AIPX is to launch a decentralized, non-custodial perpetual exchange on Flare, with a focus on risk management and innovative solutions for liquidity providers. AIPX will utilize the Flare time series oracle for collateral calculations and liquidation thresholds. So the Flare time series oracle is going to be obviously providing any app on the network in regular intervals over 3 minutes, all of these different price data. And this is going to be used within this DEX to sort of, calculate whether a trade is being under collateralized or whether they need to be liquidated. But you may have heard about this perpetual exchange before. Some of you may have, some of you may not, but this is basically leveraged trading, right? So it could be interesting because I've not actually utilized a decentralized version of this. I do believe it is actually a fork of an existing code base on another chain, but nonetheless, it's going to be pretty crazy to see, and I'm going to be interested in terms of volume what this actually does because traditionally it seems like Enosis is definitely taking the lion's share. They've been building some incredible stuff. But we're going to see what this has to offer. It's definitely something unique in the form of leverage trading. I'd only recommend it if you are experienced, because if you are leveraged trading, it can be a bit of a gamble in that sense. You've got to be very aware of what you're doing and the associated risks and the fact that you could get liquidated. So be sure that you're comfortable with leverage trading before participating in that. Staking made easy with Enosis. So Enosis have recently launched this, and this is on the testnet here. It's basically a simple staking tool, let's say, and it's basically allowing you to just deposit one asset and enter a liquidity pool, right? Now, just to be clear, the way that the liquidity pools work, just on a fundamental level, they require two assets, right? You can't provide liquidity with just one asset. But what this is happening on the back end is it's sort of sandwiching a lot of different transactions into one smart contract. So let's say you want to provide something like Canary dollars to the Flare, right? You could provide Flare, but what the contract will be doing on the back end is selling some of your Flare, 50% of it, and then swapping it for Canary dollars and then entering the pool with that. Because to provide liquidity, you need to provide 50% of each asset. But on the back end, you could just provide one asset, but it will sell 50% of it and enter the pool that you wish to enter, right? So that's something that's important to consider, because I've seen people talking about single-sided pools, and you may have actually seen them on the Enosis platform, but these are not providing liquidity, right? These are just, farms or like staking. They don't have any use case within the actual application. But when you provide equal amounts of both assets, then that's really what is providing the liquidity, because that's what's in the pool and that's what's being traded against. This is something for the Bifrost users out there. If you do encounter any dApps that are running the discounted or outdated Wallet Connect software, you can connect your Bifrost wallet using Web3 injection instead. And that's just basically clicking the MetaMask. And this works most of the time for absolutely anything, right? Just because, you know, you have a wallet that's not here, it doesn't say connect Decent wallet, it doesn't say connect Ledger device, you know, you can just click this and it will resolve all of your problems 99.9% of the time. What else do we have here? We had the 50,000 SGB poker tournament last week. This was a lot of fun, and it was for the Flare Community Poker Club holders. Congratulations to Dark Brasada. We've got Crypto Granny in second place, and in third place, Dagger24. Crypto Granny, you got to look out for her if you're in the tournaments in the future. She is a bit of a shark. I didn't do too well, actually. I got 7th, but obviously room for improvement, and we will be playing again. So something that I will say is that if you do want to participate in any poker tournaments, what you can do is you can go to theflarecommunity.com. If you haven't yet minted any Flare Community coin, you can go to this bit here. And basically for every 1 FLR, you get 95 Flare Community coin. And if you go back here, you can go to the store, and we have quite a few NFTs here, which are basically just tickets for the tournament left, multiple tiers. And yeah, if you want to enter the tournament and get involved, then you certainly can do so. Big shout out to Doc Bob D of the Pixel Plants project. Great news for all Pixel Plant followers who got in early. We just completed an airdrop for our seed token at a rate of 1,500 seed for every NFT you own. Should be able to see it at on the DApp or in the Explorer, and Doc Bob D is working on getting it in Bifrost. So congratulations to all the Pixel Plant holders. Great project by an absolute legend within the community. Be sure to check it out at pixelplants.sgb. There's just a couple of shout outs here. One to Flare Builders, built by FTSOAU, the official sponsor of the channel. This website's pretty good if you're looking for a broad overview of the applications that are being built on the network. So you can see here, explore the projects, 275. So there are quite a bit, lots of activity going on. And I think as the Flare network matures, it's going to sort of attract more developers. And, you know, I think Enosis, they're doing a great job in attracting people because the total locked value on Songbird and I guess Flare as well with the other decentralized exchanges is only increasing, right? So this attracts developers because if they see that there is a lot of transactions on the network and people are actually using it, then it's sort of an incentive to get involved and sort of get a piece of that pie, so to speak. But this website's great. Fan-controlled sports. This is an interesting concept. I'm going to have to follow up on that. But as you can see, there's a lot of different projects going on here. And if you want to have a look at an overview of the system, then be sure to check it out. Another shout out here to Flarepedia. Again, it's a similar sort of concept. They've got all sorts of data. This is their website, but they've got an even more macro view of the ecosystem here, because on this particular site, they also encompass the signal providers, NFT projects, you know, all the tokens and all that good stuff. But this particular website, it's actually partially created by the community as well. So the community can submit data to this website and sort of get their project out there. So if you do have a project, then be sure to check it out. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We do have a couple of announcements here. One from Oracle Swap. The final test of the Oracle Vault on Songbird will be complete this Saturday when the epoch ends. That was actually last Saturday because this was posted at the end of last month. Then the Oracle Vault will likely go live next week around 4th of July, so pretty soon. I mean, it's the 4th today. They're aiming to have the full archetype NFT system to be launched on Flare Network around the 15th of July. So Oracle Swap, they've been pretty quiet lately. I imagine they've just had their head down building. I can definitely relate to that. But interesting to see that they are getting pretty close to some significant milestones. So stay tuned for that. Last but not least, I'm not sure if we mentioned this actually last week, but we are pleased to welcome Attriv AI, an AI-powered platform for digital art, into the Flare ecosystem. The collaboration will bring Attriv's no-code prompt generating NFT platform to the Flare network, making art creation and tokenization more accessible. Now, one of the things with the NFT marketplaces on the Flare network, there are only a few, some of them not so much known. I know Flare Ocean has an NFT marketplace, and that's one of the few, I believe, where you can actually create NFTs, but I think we need some more of them, you know. Previously on the Songbird network, it was only Flare Drops built by Enosis, formerly FLR Finance, but this is going to be very interesting, especially if you don't have so many, you know, artistic capabilities where they're sort of fusing this AI-generated artwork into the NFT generation process, right? So you're able to add some prompts, create an image, and then upload it all in one place, which is a very unique proposition. I haven't seen this on any marketplaces so far. Whether the NFTs are, you know, whether they have velocity in terms of people buying them and selling them, that's yet to be seen. But still, pretty unique nonetheless. So that's pretty much this week's news. Lots going on, but if you are a Patreon member, please head over to the old Discord, and what you can do is you can come right down to the bottom here. We have the Patreon call where we stay on for about an hour, have a good old chinwag, and if you're not a Patreon member, we have the community chats on Thursday too, so be sure to join either way. So with that being said, I'd like to say a big thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please enjoy the rest of your week, and until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.